Ukipata pesa, kuna vitu tatu nafaa kubadilisha kwa maisha yako, right? Na hii ni lazima, upende usipende, na ita happen to even if hata wewe mwenyewe hautataka. Kitu ya kwanza unafaa kufanya ni eti unafaa kubadilisha marafiki ambao uko na wao. What do I mean by that point? That may sound harsh, but that is the reality and the fact. Kitu ya kwanza unafaa kurealize is this: once you get in that position, hardly will you get the real friends. Kitu moja unafaa kuelewa ni ati you either get people when you on the same level ama watu wenye wako juu yako. You know why? Because once you get people when you're juu yako, they challenge you to move to the next level. And once you get the people who are the same level, you can be able to challenge each other and be able to grow yourself and move to the next level. By default, ukishapata do, lazima thinking yako i-change. The way you think, the way you view things, alright? This is the particular moment that unafaa kuwa unadeal na vitu tunaitanga factual and verifiables. What do I mean by that point? When mtu mwenye unafaa kuwa una consume infotainment, information, but it is entertaining at the same time, right? It is good to entertain yourself, but this is the moment that you're supposed to focus on the worldly news. These are the time you're supposed to focus on the business news, investabilities, investables, you control the controllables, you get to be able to see different views na vitu kama hizo, alright? Kwa sababu maisha itakuchangia at that particular moment, unafaa kuthink boundly, kwa sababu probably watu wengi wana rely on you, probably kuna watu wenye umeemploy, probably wewe mwenyewe kuna watu from your family members ambao wana rely na wewe. So you have to be smart, you have to be out there, you have to be somebody mwenye akona content ambao unaweza maintain that provision that you have to those people. And also kitu moja unafaa kuelewa hapo kwa my friends, once you change them, do not kinda look down to those guys whom you had before and maybe wakikuitisha maybe a help or something. Always be there, una come through, unawaokolea, unawasaidia up, try to uplift them. I would say focus on uplifting them rather than just giving them handouts, kwa sababu ukiwapea handouts, they will still be at your doorstep asking for more and more and more and more handouts. Rather, just focus on helping them to take themselves out of the place where they are. For those who are helpable, not everybody who is helpable actually, if that name exists in English. If not everyone is helpable, some of them are very, very slippery, and you're supposed to be very careful with them. Help those who can, and you'll be able to move to the next level. The other thing that you're supposed to work na kitu naitanga language. Language ni kitu ya maana sana. What do I mean by that point? Remember this: every time you open your mouth, you're telling the world who you are. So be very careful of the choice of words, be very careful on how you think, and be careful what you say and how you say it. That is the most important thing, kwa sababu chochote ambacho unakisema unaelezea ulimwengu wewe ni nani, unafikiria vipi, una believe on what, and what can you achieve. Do you have confidence? Can you express yourself? Can you articulate an issue? Can you solve a problem? We are likely to judge an individual based on what they say in the next 60 seconds or roughly 1 minute. We are able to tell who are we dealing with. Are we dealing with a narcissist? Are we dealing with a sociopath? Are we dealing with a psychopath? Whatever the term, are we dealing with a misogynistic, or are we dealing with a feminism or chauvinism, something of sort. So be very careful when you open your mouth and telling your world who you are. But all the time, maintain on what you believe on, even if it does not agree with people, but you maintain on what you believe on. All right, that's the most important thing that would advise you to do. And the other one, as a bonus, I would say focus on how you appear and how you present yourself in terms of dress code, in terms of elegance, in terms of we usually call it pleasant disposure. How you present yourself to people, right? How, in terms of how you look. Because let me tell you one thing: if you physically look organized, we tend to believe that even mentally you are organized. That's the most important thing to you. All right. And the other one, perhaps even I made another bonus: it's always focus on time. Time is the most important factor that is constant to everybody. It depends on how you use it to your advantage. That is exactly what I can tell you. Ukishapata do, focus na hizo vitu tano ambazo nimezitaja. Nitazirudia for the purposes of recapping. Number one, nimesema focus on changing your friends, but not on a negative ill, right? Because after all, you need people to challenge you. You also need people who think like you. That's the only way you can be able to move to the next level. Because a helper is either as strong as you or stronger than you. Simple. But also come through when those guys who you left behind, when they want to help, be there to help them. All right. Number two, focus on how you what you consume, what you think, in terms of focus on factuals and verifiables. Consume infotainment. I've also talked about your language, how you speak. Focus on what you speak, because what you say mostly goes, or rather tells the world who you are. I've talked about the dressing code and how you present yourself. Look organized, because people tend to summarize that the way you look, the way you think. All right. And the last one, keep a factor called time very chipped in at all the time. That also very important. All right. My name is Joseph. Talk about money. Talk about relationship, or rather, not talk about relationship. But talk about relationship with money and anything related to your money in your pocket. All right. Anyway, if you'd like to get a business booklet that I have with 30 business ideas compiled together, I will leave my number on the description box of this video. You can get it there. Holla me, you get the copy. I also have another booklet of business plans compiled together. You can get it. Holla me. I'll still leave the number on the description box as well. And let's talk business. If you'd like coaching, advising, anything related to business, you get to contact me. And here on TikTok, or rather here on YouTube channel, my friend, I'm all over. I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. You can also visit me on the TikTok by the name Good Joseph 220. That's my name, right? Don't forget to subscribe, follow me for more, and see you there.